I don't have any intro music. I have nothing going on this morning. So I am just running live. This is Restream. I'm trying out a new program. I want to see if it's going to good morning to all of my platforms. We're running live on a new platform right now. And I don't know if it's doing it right. Oh, it is. It is. So, just to let everybody know, we are officially on kick.com. We are on kick.com. We have our username is Bullhorn Betty TM. Bullhorn Betty TM. So if you guys go over and set up a kick.com account, you guys will be able to see me on kick.com, right? At kick.com/Bullhorn Betty TM. Trademark. That's what the TM stands for. Trademark. Not registered yet, but trademarked. And we've been working on trademarking and getting a service mark with the U.S. Trademark. It's through like the whole copyright area of the U.S. Our federal government, but it takes anywhere between a year and a half to 3 years to finally get it completed. But once we have all of that done, that it's going to be very difficult for people to steal our content moving forward, or they will face very strict penalties. So we have been expending a lot of money to protect the channel, protect the reputation and the name of Bullhorn Betty, as well as me. So it's nice to see you guys. As you see at the top, we are running on the free version of Restream. That's why they have their watermark as opposed to Bullhorn Betty. But what do you guys think, just out of curiosity, because this is all set up a little different. So I am completely unaware of how to use Restream, but it was the only one that we could get to work. I'm going to try going on to StreamYard because I couldn't see it on the back end of kick.com, but I just went over there and we are definitely running live right now on kick.com. So that is great for all the people that are on kick.com. If it's your first time seeing me here, I'm Bullhorn Betty. I am a victim rights activist and advocate. I am a controversial person. I do a lot of controversial things while maintaining being a lawful citizen. So you can be controversial and follow the law in America, and that is okay. So we do cover true crime. And we live for true crime, but I go further past that for all of my new Kick followers that will be coming abroad. I just wanted to introduce myself and who I am. I have a lot of hate on YouTube. I have a lot more love on all my social media platforms than hate, but they still believe that they are the haters. Hold on one second. I got to find my pen and then we'll get started. Well, hate when that happens. I don't know what I did with it. I know I had it with me over here, but I have managed to lose it. So give me just a second and let me find. Here it is. I found it. And it was right next to the most important part of the day that I forgot about because I am drinking. This is day 4. I kind of like this. I lost my good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So my mod should be still able to mod. I need my mods to get a Kick account because I need to mod you up on Kick. But I just wanted you guys to see that we are trying to expand and find new programs that will assist us and help us a little more. It's nice to see everybody piling in here. We've had a lot of cases going on. It's been almost overwhelming for me. I have to be honest with you. It's almost overwhelming. Before we kind of get started on the true crime stuff, I do want to address a few things here. Many of you guys know, and we've talked about it, that Marissa is been deplatformed. Whatever the situation is, we know that we have people peddling around a list saying that our side is massing this mass strike campaign against them. I can promise you, I have never seen that piece of paper or those list of names before. And I would think if anybody is going to get that list or it's going to be shared with anybody, it would have been shared with me. One of the people that have been brutalized here on YouTube, on the streets of YouTube, that I would get a list for the mass strike. I never received that. So it makes me almost wonder, are they doing this, preparing this list and acting like it's coming from our camp so it can justify their actions? That's the first thing that I am thinking of, and I do believe that that is what is transpiring here. That they're concocting these documents, peddling them out on their channels as it's coming from this side when it's not. And I'm going to stand by that because if that was going around and I didn't receive it, then it's not coming around from our people. I can tell you that. Okay. Because they would have sent that to me first, right? Anybody would have sent that. Whether if Justin created it, he would have sent it to me. If Marissa created it, she would have sent it to me. If JLR created it, he would have sent it to me. If Dolly created, he would have sent it to me. If these were created from our team, I would have been apprised of this list. First of all, I don't play with all the stuff. I would have, probably said I'm not getting involved if it did come to me. However, it would have still made it to my desk, and it never did. And then it comes back to that video that I've been to Kick, can't see you live there. I'm under Bullhorn Betty TM. I just checked and I am live streaming from there. Maybe it's because I don't have followers. I think you have to follow, but I'm over here right now. Hold on, let me see. I go to my account, creator dashboard, and I can hear myself. I'm looking at myself right on here. I don't know if you guys can hear the backbeat, but that's the streaming. I got 2 viewers, 16 followers. So there are 2 people viewing it from kick.com. So we do have some Kick. Hi, Kick. It's nice to see you. First day debuting Bullhorn Betty on kick.com. Very excited about the platform. I've been hearing amazing things to it. And talk about from what I'm understanding, a platform that really does promote creativity and creators' exclusivity to their own content. And that is what I love. But again, it's Bullhorn Betty TM, all one word, kick.com/Bullhorn Betty TM. Go ahead and follow me on there. I've already got 16 followers and we've only been talking for 7 minutes. But I did want to address Marissa. And I just want to say shame on the people that promote getting people kicked off. I've never promoted getting people kicked off. I definitely think that other creators that are much horrible, they're harassers, they're bulliers on here on this platform, on YouTube platform, should be removed. I absolutely believe there are some content creators that should be removed because they're not content creators. They don't create content. They create harassment campaigns, much different than the content we put out. We put out, true crime. We investigate true crime. We go out to the scenes. We give you a front view of what's going on, much more in depth than you would get from mainstream media, which is kind of our niche in this YouTube market, is the front row seat to a lot of these things. Haters think that we should not be able to do that, even though it's lawful, even though we have a duty, even though freedom of press is applied to anybody that is reporting news. So, but for whatever reason, they think that they have a right to control the narrative, control the people, and if you don't bow to their will, they will attack you unmercifully. They will try to deplatform you. They will try to cancel you. And it's getting so bad that this is what happened to Marissa. Is Marissa going to come back on to YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. Why is she going to come back on YouTube when she people will follow her wherever she goes, but they just removed their content. Think of how many thousands of dollars these hate channels have made off of Marissa that are now gone. So if we removed everybody that they wanted to, we removed Dolly because they don't like him. They whine about him. They're little babies about him. They're babies about JLR, which does nothing wrong. What does JLR do? He goes around and reports news, like legit news. I'm a little more controversial, but at the end of the day, I report legit news. So we take all of these people that they want taken off of YouTube. All right. So now Dolly's gone, JLR's gone, Bullhorn Betty's gone, Laura's gone, Marissa's gone. All these people that they deem that shouldn't make money on here, shouldn't have a business because they deem it, whether it's lawful or not, and what they're doing is illegal, it's okay. But we can't comment there. Oh, maybe it's set up because you guys need to be subscribers. I'm not sure about Kick, but we are converting to Kick, and I'll start getting some more. Thank you, Hollywood, for letting me know that there's no way to comment over there. I don't know how to. I'll have to look into that to open up commenting over there. But I do appreciate the watch time. We need to get 5 hours of watch time and 100 subscribers over there to monetize that account. So I apologize for the people on Kick. It's my first time using you, and just bear with me. We will make sure it's more of a viewing experience. So now we take we take all these creators. What are they going to talk about? What is their content going to be? I mean, I'm asking legit questions. What is their content going to be? We have been their content putting money in their pocket for a year and a half. All they are doing is removing money out of their own pocket first and foremost, which is the worst business plan ever, right? And let's not misunderstand. They are here to make money. Because if these channels were not here to make money, they would have never monetized their channel to begin with. So if they're complaining about people making money, why are they on a monetized account? To me, it sounds like they are trying to intimidate good, wholesome creators, whether they agree with their content or not. That's not my problem. That's theirs. So they're trying to corner the market. Isn't that really what they're trying to do? Isn't that what they're really trying to do? They're trying to knock out all the people that surpass them, that make them look foolish, because they have no clue what they're talking about. Let's be honest. They have no education. Most of them have barely a high school education, definitely no college, and definitely no law experience. Um, so, and you would think that somebody like me would be beating them up, saying, "What are you here for?" We can't see or hear though on Kick. Well, I was on Kick and I could hear just fine. So not sure what's going on, but that's okay. Thank you so much, Hollywood. Whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen over on Kick. We're just going to start building that platform. I was looking at Twitch, but Twitch wasn't building up quite as much as I'd like it to. Not sure how I feel about that particular platform, but eventually we're going to be just streaming to all the platforms. Once we get the right streaming service, we will be streaming to the rest of the services, the rest of the social media accounts, rather. I see they're stealing content from Kick. These hate channels are pathetic. And you know what? They can continue to steal from, but you know what? They're sealing their fate because the wheels of justice is slow. So something that they do 3-4 years ago is going to turn around and bite them in their butt. Even 2 years ago is going to turn around. So they're comfortable now, and I can tell you that they're going to start being uncomfortable. That's all I can say. I can't really go into any more detail than that. But is this Kick? We have it running on Kick as well as we have it running on Kick as well as YouTube. So let me go over here to Kick and let me see if I can mute the Kick stream so we don't have the feedback. Because again, this is my first time on here. I don't know really what to expect. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of new for me. You know, let's see. Send a message. Hey, chat. Okay, well, I just put a message in there. We've got Navy Vet. Thank you for following. Just Mimi, thank you for following. Yeah, okay, there. We muted it on the Kick side. So right now we have 0 viewers on Kick, but we do have 37 viewers on here. So we got Nani Poppins going in there. T Gessinger in there. Hey, Just Mimi, nice to see you. Navy Vet for the Broken Channel Mel. So I think maybe we just needed to just write something so they could see it pop up. But it looks like the chat over there is now working for everyone. We didn't put followers only in the chat. Oh, Southern Granny in the house. Nice to see you, love. Nice to see you, love. So it is showing her live for y'all. Showing her live. Well, you're in the chat, so hopefully You guys can see the live stream. I got one viewer popped back over here. So again, we're just going to try to build this up. It looks like we only have to have 5 streaming hours and 100 followers. So if you guys haven't, hey Jara, nice to see you. And we may convert, right? We may convert, and they can steal all they want, but they're going to have to explain eventually at some point to a judge why they feel that they're entitled to that work when they didn't create it and they're using it for harassment purposes. That's something that they're going to have to deal with at a later time. It's fun and games until you have to, face the consequences of your actions. So there's a lot of people out here that have been able to get rid, and I know, I stayed out of it. My friends have said you need to get involved. I said I don't want to get into the drama. I find if I stay out of the drama, out of sight, out of mind, I live a better and healthier life than one that deals with all the drama and craziness and nonsense going off. You know, on YouTube. I just stay out of it. But see, what it created is people thought I was a soft target and knew I was not going to fight back. So they just kept anybody that fought back, they left alone, right? There's a reason why Cookie Crumb no longer runs JLR stuff, right? Why? Why? Because he hit her almost 100 times with violations in like a week or two. Like if you want to talk about somebody that was fed up with her content, that would be the one. And you notice that she only goes to the soft targets. So we're no longer a soft target because I have warned these people that you guys have had your fun, lay off and move on, and they keep choosing not to. So I've done everything that is asked of me. I've let them know that this is bothering me. I've let them know not to contact me anymore, which they continue to do through YouTube. I've let them know that what they're doing is harassment. They've ignored it. So I've done everything I can humanly do to stop this without needing judicial resources. And I can prove everything that I've done to try to stop this without using judicial resources. And all such actions and remedies have failed and have been unsuccessful. So that's leaving me literally with no other option. No other option but moving forward in a legal capacity, and why I can no longer talk about this. And the people that are out here doing this stuff have been put on notice and are continuing to do this stuff and continuing to go down this road. And therefore, they are causing themselves more and more damage. And they're going to have to, when they have an opportunity to meet with a judge, they're going to have to explain themselves to a judge. And I'm sorry, for me, I don't like going to court. I don't like being facing a judge. And I definitely don't like facing a judge when I know I've done some terrible stuff that's going to be exposed and brought up to that judge and played for that judge and showed to that judge. That would be an embarrassment. Letting a judge see that the behavior would be an embarrassment. And it's going to be in public record. Literally public record. That's an embarrassment. But they've chosen not to play fairly. We'll say that. They've chosen not to play fairly. But what are they going to do? They kick us all off. Do you know how boring? I mean, they're boring anyways. They have no life. That's why they have to live vicariously through our team. They have literally no life. So what do you think that they're going to do? Nothing. Their content is going to go, because if without my name on it, they don't do good with numbers. They absolutely have piss poor numbers. So whenever I choose to exit YouTube, what are you fools going to do? I'm just curious. What will you do? You think you're going to capitalize? You think people are going to, if you get us off, that people are going to automatically go to you and listen to your shit? Do you really believe that? People don't like you. They don't like you guys. You keep thinking that these people, because you got this warrior team, that people like you. Your numbers are not even increasing. You guys are sharing and recirculating the same butthurt people that watch your crap shows and go from one hate channel to another. Do you honestly think good-hearted people, the people in my chat, are going to automatically start going to your channel? No. don't like you, they don't respect you, and they know you guys don't have an education. So how are you explaining stuff and explaining it with specificity when you don't even know what the hell you're talking about? What is summary judgment? Hate channels? Don't look at Google when I ask you that. What is summary judgment? What does that do to a case? I'm curious. At what point do you file a motion to dismiss in a case? Or how many days from the time you file a complaint to the time somebody has to answer? How many days does either party have to respond to that? What's standing in a case? What's evidentiary value? What's probative mean? What type of objections do prosecuting or defense attorneys have? Hey, Patsy, couldn't get your live to show. That's okay. Well, it's building. Right now we've got one viewer. So whoever the lucky one viewer is over on Kick, God bless you. We've already got 46 followers. We literally need 54 more followers, and we've met one criteria. And then I've got to be live for 5 hours, which this will be 2. So in about 3 days, we'll be able to go ahead and monetize that channel, which is good. But I'm just curious, what are these people have no brain cells? They can't even explain the process of a court to you, but everybody in their mind is innocent until being proven guilty. How do you know that? It's just easy to say because that's all you know about the court system. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Where are you allowed to have a protest in this country? Curious. Does a local ordinance supersede state constitution or federal constitution? These are legit questions that I have for these people with a middle school to high school education that are telling you, the public here on YouTube, about these cases. But they know, and they're so factual, right? They're so factual. They're so factual, they can't answer but maybe one of those questions. That's how factual they are. So if people like me get off YouTube, YouTube's screwed because you'll never understand the law because you're listening to these jellyfish with no brains, right? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead. We're on Restream. I'm trying this Restream out. I'm trying to decide whether I want to go pro on Restream and give up StreamYard. I set this up in StreamYard the same way. So I'm hopeful that I might be able to use StreamYard as well. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in my, let's see if we can do it this way. Why isn't it not going in? I have to move it over. How do I do this? Okay, there we go. Look at that. We got this. Okay. There we go. I can do that. So here we go. This is the West case. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. So here's the West case. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. I haven't started playing anything, but I wanted to start giving you guys updates on what's going on in the West case because we kind of got away from it. And I didn't realize the reason why we weren't hearing a whole lot about this case in the last week is because, quite frankly, they haven't been in court. They've taken a week off of court and they don't plan on being back there until Monday. So give me just a second. Let me make sure my volume's down. I want to make sure that my streaming is working well for this because I don't know what we're doing on this Restream. This is new to me, right? New to me. Oh, look at that. You guys can see me. So let me go ahead over here. Just one real quick second. Let me take this stream off, the chat overlay off, so we can open this up just a little bit more. There we go. And I want to see if I can move this. No, it's not letting me. I want to make sure. There we go. Now we are. There we go. So we're working. I kind of like a little bit of the platform here. I mean, that's not too awful bad. I can get down in the corner and now this is all, there we go. Let's see if I can get it just a tad bit bigger so you guys can read it. There we go. Perfect. So, Bakersfield, California, public interest in the trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West has forced Kern County Superior Court to accommodate a fervent online audience with it issues sidestepping court media guidelines. So I'm not sure what all this is about, but we'll go ahead and read and get everybody up to speed. So Trezell and Jacqueline West are on trial for the alleged murder of their two adopted young sons, Orrin 3, Orson 4. The boys were reported missing in late 2020 from their California City home. After more than 1 year of searching and investigating, the Kern County District Attorney's Office charged the couple with second-degree murder on charges and other charges on March 2022. The trial began March 28th with cameras allowed for 2 days of the opening statement. Those who couldn't make it inside the courtroom could listen through audio stream provided by the Kern Superior Court. The court has not been in session this week. Kern County Superior Court Public Affairs Officer Kristen Davis told Keg.com hundreds have logged in on the proceedings. The number grew over the first 3 days of trial. On March 28th, the trial had 948 listeners. By March 29th, there was 1,425 listeners. By March 30th, there were 1,797 listened, according to Davis. This is the first time there has been a need to increase the number of licenses to accommodate the number of people accessing the audio live stream. We need to find that audio live stream. I didn't realize there was one out there. We've been pulling the live stream for Letitia Stout, but we want to definitely be monitoring the West case as well. So we hadn't run into issues with the number of people listening until the West case. The court has upped the amount of people who can listen to 800. We're with highly sensitive case. Judge Charles Bremer has implemented restrictions for what is allowed to be recorded. There is no cameras allowed for witness testimony, but the audio is streamed through the Kern County Superior Court website. Some don't play by the rules, however. Davis says she's aware of illegal streaming of the proceeds on other platforms and will bring it to the court's attention. The West trial is taking place in Department 4 at Kern County Superior Court in downtown Bakersfield. You can listen on the trial when it is in session using this link. It will resume April 10th. So we're resuming April 10th, which is Monday. That's when we're starting our raffle process. If my mods want to drop the raffle link, it's a third-party website that's handling a raffle and other fundraising for the channel, fundraising stuff that we do in the future, fundraising activities. So they're saying that by utilizing the audio and restreaming it on other platforms, it is illegally streaming this. If it's open to the public, it's open to the public. And if you're having problems, this is where I have problems with bureaucrats and everything like that. You're saying you're having a problem with the amount of people on your platform live streaming the audio. If there's platforms that could take some of that audience away from clogging up the system, you would think that they would be willing to hear it. It is a public record. Anybody can go in here and log on to it and listen for themselves. Who gives a crap whether they're being listened to off your phones or on your phones? If it's open to the public, it's open to the public. There should not be restrictions on where it can be streamed or who can listen to it. It's open to the public. If it's no different for the 200 people in a chat to go over there and clog their phone systems to listen to the audio, what does it matter if 200 people decide to listen to one stream of the audio versus 200 open telephone lines? Those are the types of things in government that just don't make sense. It does truly drive me up a wall, right? So we want to talk about the first. Now, mind you guys, I can't see the chat at the moment. Well, I kind of can. I'm on my phone. Give me just a second. Poor babies. It's sad. Yes, and it's really sad because we're hearing that one of the children never made it to the California City property, and the second child was disappeared with a loud thud shortly after moving in. So that loud thud, it just sound. I don't. Golly, I don't know what these people were thinking. I just don't know what they think. After months of anticipation, the trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West kick off last week with prosecutors laying out evidence that resulted in the murder charges against the couple and the death of their two young and adopted children. The trial resumes Monday following a week-long break. Yet another unidentified witness called to the prosecution will take the stand in an hour-long video played for the jury. Massive interest in the case began building after Orrin 4 and Orson 3 were reported missing from their California City home in December 2020. Trezell and Jacqueline West were arrested in March of last year after prosecutors said evidence showed the boys died 3 months before the adopted parents said they went missing. During the opening statements, prosecutor Eric Smith said the couple's 4 other children told authorities Orrin and Orson West had not been seen for weeks. One child, 10 at the time, said he witnessed Orrin die, Smith said. A video surveillance footage showed no one could have snatched the children from the night the couple called the police, Smith said. Trezell and Jacqueline West's story that Trezell was gathering firewood as the children played outside, briefly entered the home, came back out to find the children gone, doesn't hold up, the prosecutors say. The defense attorney have argued that the police have botched the investigation by failing to interview registered sex offenders until a week past, using inappropriate interview techniques on the West's other children, and ignored certain leads, including one from a woman who claimed to have seen Orrin and Orson West in Texas. There is a gag order in this case, barring attorneys, investigators, and others connected to the case from speaking about it. The order also applies to investigative documents. The trial is expected to last until June. So we're looking at many, many weeks of this trial. Jurors watched several hours of video footage during the first week, the longest being a 2-hour interview of Trezell West with California City Police and the FBI. The interview took place a day after the West reported their children missing on December 21st. It begins smoothly. Trezell is claiming and laughs at times as he spoke about his background. The questioning moves on to the events of the previous night. More than an hour in, the mood takes a sharp turn. Police call West a liar. They say the boys were never at the home the day before, and they note his earlier apparent jovial mood. You know where they're at, the officer tells West. You haven't even shed a tear. West became defensive. He kicks to his story despite officers repeatedly telling him it doesn't make sense. When he was told he's not under arrest, West talks a little longer, then leaves. Not somebody that seems like they're concerned about their 2 small children running around. He doesn't even seem very cooperative when they start bringing down the hammer on his head, in my opinion. Jurors also viewed surveillance video from multiple homes in the area of the West California City home. Orrin and Orson aren't seen on any of them. Police body-worn camera footage was shown to the jury. Some of the footage captured initial interviews with the West, including questions inside their home on Aspen Avenue. Witnesses. California City Police Officer Brian Henson has by far spent the longest time on the witness stand. His testimony lasted all day the 29th and part of the 30th. Hanson testified no children's shoe prints were found in the dirt where Trezell West had said Orrin and Orson were playing the evening they were reported missing. Police dogs found no scent of them outside the home. Extensive searches involved multiple agencies and a helicopter turned up nothing. Even inside the West home, there was little evidence of young children, Hanson said. Defense counsel attempted to rebuff those claims. Alexia Torres Stallings, one of the attorneys representing Jacqueline West, displayed photos taken inside the home of presents that had been wrapped for the boys and stockings hung for them, a bunk bed put together for Orson, a used diaper located in the bathroom, and 8 dining room chairs, one for each member of the West family. That it doesn't mean crap. That doesn't mean crap. Right now, I live here alone, and I have one, two, three, four, five, six places at my dining table that have plates, bowls, and the saucer. Right? They sit on top of it. I got the plate, the saucer, and the bowl, and I've got 6 placemats there. Does that mean 6 people live in my house with me? No. Torres Stallings suggested those items and more indicated Orrin and Orson had recently been there, except they failed to say there was cobwebs on their toothbrushes at the home. They forget to tell you that. Under further questioning by Smith, the prosecutor, Hansen said he searched the West home on December 22nd, 2020. The photos shown Torres Stallings weren't taken until a week later after police served a warrant. Hansen testified he doesn't know what happened in the home in the intervening period. Some neighbors of the West took the stand. Robin Platts lived on Proctor Boulevard in a home directly behind the West. She lived there for 21 years before moving to New Mexico. Platts testified she had a pool in her backyard she cleaned every day. A fence separated her backyard from the West, but there were gaps in it, she said. She had a pretty clear view into their yard. She said she saw a man in the West backyard carrying something that night. The boys were reported missing, but didn't see or hear children. There was never in 21 years any children in that backyard, she said. Wow. Wow. Jesse Dobbin, who lived across the street from the West, has since moved to Texas, testifying he gave police access to his Google Nest camera. Full-length video capabilities had been disabled because he and his wife were planning to move, but the motion active cameras took still photos of the West van parked out in front and law enforcement arriving the night the boys were reported missing. Later, as the case garnered more attention, Dobbins saw far more people than usual go by the street. He testified he saw someone pull up and throw a brick through the window of the West home and then sped off. On multiple occasions, there were people monkeying around in the yard. And he ended up dealing with annoyances too as a result of the publicity. Dobbins said people went through his trash, tried to get in his house and collect phone numbers of relatives. That's a little creepy right there. Mind you, Bullhorn Betty has never done any of that, just to let you know. I usually just raise my voice. That's about it. I don't go snooping through people's garbage unless I'm investigating a case and it's a person of interest in my mind. I might go through the garbage. Dobbin and Plants were the last witnesses to testify. Trial will resume 9 a.m. Monday and will be live tweeted by 17 News. So we're having live tweets of the information. Again, I don't get like this whole bureaucracy. You can't listen. You can listen to it. Anybody can call in to listen to it, but you can't stream it for other people that don't call into the system to use it. But you know, what do they say? We can tweet about it, but we just can't hear it. You know, this is just, it really is. Like a normal person, this makes absolutely no sense to. It just, can you guys hear that? Let me go back over there. Could you guys hear the volume just now on that segment? Could you guys hear that or no? Because if you guys could hear that video, I'm going to keep rolling. I'll wait. There we go. I'll wait. Let me put the overlay up. No. So you guys couldn't hear that either. All right, let me try to set this up a different way. Stop screen sharing. Yeah, here we go. we'll watch a little bit of this, but we're not going to be watching a whole bunch of this, and we're going to probably open up the phone lines. Let me see where we're at. Okay, morning. You guys, could you guys hear it or not? Well, it doesn't matter. I've already got the new one up. So let me go ahead and get back over there, and we'll play it. All right.
Closely. The couple charged in the deaths of their adopted sons are scheduled to be back in court on Monday. Drizel and Jacqueline West are on trial for the alleged murders of their two adopted young sons, Oren and Orson, who were reported missing from their California City home in late 2020. The case has garnered major public interest online since it began. Public Affairs Officer Kristen Davis for the Kern County Superior Court says nearly 1,800 people tuned into the trial online, forcing the court to make changes to its licensing on its website. We also have the link to the audio stream on our website, kget.com.
So we may go over to their website and pull that particular stream. Hopefully you guys were able to hear, hopefully you guys were able to hear all that. I'm not sure. But good morning, everybody. I see there's a lot of people in here, 339 people. If you guys have not liked this stream, please consider going out there and giving me a thumbs up on this. And again, we are advocating right now, you know, Marissa, again, is down on her channels. I'm hoping that she gets them back, if she even tries to get them back. I'm not sure what her motivation is, but I know when I talked to her yesterday, she said she wasn't really interested in fighting YouTube. She's kind of sick of the bullying on YouTube. It always goes one way. They antagonize, and when you just had enough, they want to try to cancel you out, even though they're the ones that have been doing it for months to years of the same stuff, but they don't like being held accountable for theirs. And you know what? In all fairness, we're not holding them accountable, right? We're not going over to their channels and flagging them or reporting them as harassment to another person. We're not doing the nasty stuff. Maybe we should, you know, in all fairness, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. They can sit there and publicly talk about mass striking on their channel and literally get nothing, no reprimands from YouTube failing to enforce their terms of service, yet they're enforcing their terms of service when these animals come out of their hiding. I mean, these people are cowards. They won't even show you their face on YouTube. They're cowards. They like talking about people. They like being keyboard warriors, but when they're held accountable, you just like that guy in South Carolina, whenever he had to go to court, guess what? He was a real wuss. You know, he didn't like being there, and he was just a dirtbag. He was the same dirtbag online, except he lost his voice. Right? He's a shell of a man. When you got to go to court, and I anticipate these women being a lot of the same. And if they come with the attitude that they've got on their channels, the judge will put them right down to size, right down to size. So, you know, the disrespect that they show here, you do that to the judge, you're going to find yourself in contempt. You'll make my case a lot easier, right? So we'll see how all that works out. But it's really sad about this whole West case and what's going on with these boys. These boys don't, you know, at first when we were hearing about this, it sounded like they may have died together. And now we definitely know through testimony and through evidence that they didn't die together. One was killed, one died in the floor. It sounded like and even some people had brought up maybe he got a hold of a narcotic that those parents were having, and you know he died and they freaked out. But what about the one in their home that the other children heard the loud thud and all of a sudden that child was gone and never seen again? That really took action. Can you imagine who could do that to a child? Who? I mean, even a parent, even if it's not their child, who can do that to a child? I would like to know. I really would. So I wonder if I could open the phone lines on here or not, because I'm curious what you guys say. I gotta say, I'm so used to my prior platform, you know, the StreamYard platform. I'm not sure if I like this platform. I have to be honest with you. I'm not sure if I like Restream. You know, they do have some, it seems similar, a lot similar as StreamYard, and it looks like I was able to do the key on the back end of this platform like I did on StreamYard. But I like StreamYard because I pay for the service. It's cheaper than this service by about $6 a month, and yeah. So I just may consider trying to run a Kick from StreamYard. I don't know. This is my first time on Restream, and I've never used them before, but I think we're getting by pretty good. Do you guys think we're doing okay? I mean, it does. I mean, outside of my name looking a little different down there and not having my logo on this, I guess we'll be okay. But also, you know, they think that they've done something because they got Marissa off this platform. She'll probably most likely come back, and she'll come back with many subs. You know, it doesn't seem like she's missing a beat, to be honest with you. Doesn't. So it makes me wonder what in the world is going on. But and I don't even know how Kick is working. But we got 2 viewers over there. We're up to 64 followers, guys. Oh, I see some people in there. I see you. Good morning. Nice to see you. For crying out loud. Hello, YouTube. Now Kick. I don't see the live stream. So you guys can chat in there, but you can't see the live stream. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I got that. Let me see. Session title. Let me see if maybe it's the session title. Let's see. Testing. I'll just put testing as the, and it's not, I don't know why. News? I don't know what category this would be. News? English? Save? Yep. Maybe that's what I needed to do. It's saying streaming now. I think I was supposed to do something on the back end that I didn't do. It says it's streaming. So I'm not sure. You guys see me streaming? There you are. Hey, okay. All right. So I forgot to do something. I forgot to add the title on the Kick. So it looks like when we set it up, similar to YouTube, we have to go over and click a couple little extra buttons. Yay! So now we've lost 45 minutes of our streaming time, but you guys got it now. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here. So we are officially on Kick. We're on Kick. Okay. Hi, y'all. There you are. Right there you are. So we already got 73 followers over there. We only need, what do we need? We need about 27 more followers, and we'll meet one of our criterias. And we've only been on here for 47 minutes. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Again, this was a test run. This was a test run. So we've got Kick. We got everybody. Everybody can see me now. Yay! Now you're live. Okay, so we've got this. We've got this. All right, guys. All right, we got it. We got it. I'm happy that you guys worked with me, but unless we actually run the stream, we're not going to see what's going on. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me do the chat overlay now that I'm done with my segment. So now we can just really just talk, to be honest with you. Why is my chat overlay not working now? I don't understand. There we are. There we are. Okay, so we're now officially on Kick. We're now streaming on Kick. I didn't realize I wasn't streaming. I didn't realize I had to go in there and type a little title out and then say, okay. And now we're back. Now we're back. Okay, you guys can see me. So hi, Kick. I'm officially Bullhorn Betty. For those that have never seen me before, I'm a very controversial victim rights advocate and activist that travels the entire country and gives you guys a front view of true crime. So if you're a true crime junkie, stay with the Bullhorn Betty show, or now on Kick as Bullhorn Betty TM. And we're really pleased to be kicking off a new platform that we're hearing is a great platform that helps protect creators and really comes down on people that try to steal our content. So I'm very pleased to be trying to expand our brand out to other social media platforms. It sounds like Kick might be a great partner for us. And, you know, if the haters come over on Kick, you know, it probably won't be very promising for them, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. As many of you guys know, I have, since coming back from West Palm Beach, getting sunburned. I have really been trying to take care of my skin. I didn't put any sunscreen on it. So I've been keeping a lot of oils on my face and moisturizers on my face. And I decided to do away with makeup for a week. I'm not going to go without makeup forever because I like to look. I like to have my hair done. I like to have my face done. I like to be dressed. So it's not going to last forever. I'm going to have to put some makeup back on, but while my face is a little, healing, I didn't want to put it on while it was all peely and stuff. But the peeling, really only because the way I'm taking care of my face was very minimal. Thank God, very minimal. And but that's why I haven't been wearing makeup, is because I just want to let the skin and everything just breathe and heal. And it's amazing what a body can do. A body can heal itself. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'm just giving it every opportunity to do whatever it needs to do so we can stay pretty and young. We don't want that leathery, wrinkly skin, which I know I'm going to have eventually because I am a Floridian. And not just a Floridian, but one that's out in the sun, right? A lot. We are going to be heading to Georgia here in the near future. You know me, I can't really tell you when I'm going. I throw some stuff out to throw the haters off a little bit, but we're going to have to coordinate something because at the end of the day, this boy was brutalized by people he perceived as friends. And we're talking about Trent Lehrkamp. He's been in the hospital for over 16 days. And since he was dropped off by these animals at the hospital where he could barely breathe and was on his deathbed, since then, no persons have been arrested in this case. We are going out there in anticipation of law enforcement not doing their job. So what does that mean? That means we're just preparing for the worst. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. That this boy may not get justice, true justice. What does it say? BHB threatened, dox children, harassed more than it. Who cares? Crazy cat lady. Who cares? This is my channel, and don't control me. If you don't like it, get off my channel. It's pretty simple. Why are you going to act like an insane old lady that can't handle her shit? Why? If you don't like it, why are you here? You realize you are the only person that can control you, right? I mean, you understand that. You cannot control me. You cannot come over here and finger and browbeat me. I don't care. If you've got problems with the work I do, it's your problem. Do you get that? It's not my problem. And I could care less about your emotional problems you have with the work I do. If you don't like it, get the hell out of here. As a matter of fact, Crazy Cat Lady has complained about every single thing imaginable. So since you are so unhappy here, Crazy Cat Lady, and you can't seem to control yourself, I don't know what's going on. Hello, Mary. That would be a lie. Okay, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but yeah, let's just chill just a bit with the finger pointing. We always try to. Do you follow on Kick? I don't know what's going on here, but Crazy Cat Lady, if somebody has the ability to, what is going on here? SoFlo Mom, like her or not, she did something wrong. There are consequences the same way we teach our children, period. I'm walking into the middle of a conversation and I don't know, but anybody that sees Crazy Cat Lady, just go ahead and delete her, because obviously she can't control herself to stay off and to act like an adult. So it's time for her to not have commenting powers here on this channel at all. So if you have the ability to block the Crazy Cat Lady, go ahead and block her. She doesn't have to like what I do. I don't really care. At the end of the day, I don't. The people that care about what people think are the ones that are in it for the clicks, views, and money. People that are in it for the story and don't really care about other people's opinions, those people don't sound like they're in it for the clicks, views, and money. I'm just saying. I'm not worried about somebody. If you don't like it, I'm telling you to leave my channel. Unsubscribe from me. Leave my channel. Take money out of my pocket, right? Remove a subscription or a member and leave. I'm not begging you to stay. And the people that love me and love the content that I create and love how I explain cases are going to stay here. And while you butthurt Betties can run back to your leaders and hate on every other creator you don't like, I don't care. You're not my audience. But if you want me and my crew to start going over and disrupting your channels that you like, I'm happy to comply. If you guys think you can come over here and disrupt my live streams, trust me, we have a hell of a lot more followers on this channel than these little channels do. We could blow their entire channel up. We can go in there and gaslight and play these little childish games. We can do it. We can shut a freaking live stream slap down with the amount of people over here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. And let's not even include when we start bringing MGL's team in here and Dolly Visions, you guys would not be able to say a word. We would literally disrupt your channel and your content so much so you would probably have to drop your live stream. We absolutely could do that. And you know we could. So know your role and stay in your lane. And if you don't like Bullhorn Betty, change the channel. That's how we roll. And if you have emotional problems, this ain't the place for you. Because we'll paddle your butt and send you home crying. This ain't the channel. This ain't the channel. So the West case is really getting some heat. You know, a lot of people are paying attention. We want to get in that live stream. I may actually run 2 lives, start 2 lives next week. I may actually run the West case on one live stream with it being in the audio, and the other live stream being Letitia Stout. I may just do both of them. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We want to definitely make sure we're following the rules, but you know, they're saying that their phone lines are getting jammed up. Well, let me take some of those callers away from you. No need to have to make you spend more money, but don't use stupid rules like, oh my God, anybody in the world can call in, but let them not live stream to take some of that flow off our phone lines. Like, yeah, can we say bureaucrat loud enough? Like these things, do people not realize these things don't make sense to a normal person? This is somebody, these are lawyers and clerks that like to control. Like they have to be in control. I hate that. I hate that. They make up these stupid rules just to make sure people comply to their stupid rules that make absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. You can call in a number, anybody. All of you, we have 378 people. Each and every one of you can call into the live stream, the audio of the live stream. But God forbid we remove 378 callers and just have one caller call in. And by a show of ones in the chat, you've got to admit that's stupid, right? If you think that's a stupid rule, press 1. If you think that that's a good rule to control the masses, right? To control the masses, hit 2. I'm coming back over here to my my Kick people. Thank you guys, by the way. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was supposed to do an extra thing. We're already at 94 followers, guys. We got 6 more followers on Kicks. Yeah, hey, I finally found you. Mysteries Crime, nice to see you. Nani McPoppins, Melly Joe, I see you. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So hold on, let me see if I can add, hold on. Report ban. No, I don't want to report you. I just want to add you as a mod. I need mods over here. Mute user. How do I don't want to mute anybody if I muted you by accident. I'm sorry. So I might have to go back through here and figure out how to mod. Let's see if this is React. No, I don't want to React. It even has Reacts on here. I just want to, what is this? You are now following. So I'm following you, but I don't want to follow. Well, I'll follow you. I see you. I just want to make you a mod, and I don't know how to make you a mod. It's not easy. All it gives me is mute user. I don't want to mute you. And I don't want to delete you. So I'll have to figure that out. But I know there's a way to mod people on The one thing I do like about Restream, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. It seems like Restream camera is much clearer. Is my image is much clearer on Restream as opposed to um, StreamYard, isn't it? Because it seems to me on my end that I'm much more crystal clear than I usually am. I'm monitoring everything back here. You see, because that's the only way I can do it right now. And it seems like it's a much crisp picture. Okay. Shows you how to add mods. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. I'll watch it when we down stuff. But now that we have some followers over there, I can definitely, and my other mods, you guys might want to, if you feel comfortable, I'm not going to force anybody on a platform that they're not familiar with like Kick, but if my mods want to go over there, which I'm pretty sure they will, and set up your accounts and follow me on Kick, I will add you guys as mods over there. And I'm going to try here after we put this live down. I'm going to try to run live on all these platforms, including Kick. I'm going to try to do that later today from StreamYard. I want to, because if I can use StreamYard, that would be better. I'm finally comfortable with StreamYard. I'm really ticked off about how the audio thing on my entire screen. But you know what? How I can fix that? I can fix that by going to OBS. The problem is I've never used OBS before. I've got a major learning curve. So unless I stop my life and start watching everything necessary about OBS and how to set it up, it's not going to get set up. Just Samantha, I'm so confused. Don't worry. I have a habit of doing that to everybody, right? I see you has a link. So we're on Kick. We're streaming on YouTube as well as Kick. Today we're going to build up Kick because here's what. I don't do anything wrong on YouTube. Everything I do is above board and with the terms of service, despite what the haters say. Despite what the haters say. But we also know that they're trying to gun for us. We're monitoring this situation, and believe me, if somebody causes me financial harm, which they have already have, they will have to pay for that. And I know that sounds like it's falling on deaf ears, but there's some people out there right now today that know that this is not falling on deaf ears. I guarantee you, there's at least someone out there today that knows that I am not playing with them. I can tell you that. And not only that, but that person, I warned, if they keep stepping in the shit, they're going to be brought into court. And that's exactly what they're about to do. So we know that that's at least one person. There's still three more people. 3 more. 2 of them very easy. Third one, not so much. But we're going to get them. And this third one will end up being the best one, right? And you'll realize after it's all said and done why this finger was the one left up, right? Do chatters have to sign up or just creators? No, I don't. You're talking about, like, this is my first time. I just heard about Kick yesterday for the first time, and maybe was it yesterday, mods? Somebody sent it to me, and I think it was Sepsis. I think Sepsis sent it over to me to try out, and I never set it up. And then I was talking to Marissa this morning, the early hours mornings this morning, just talking to her about everything she was going through, and just telling her, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry about hearing from her mom, about her mom. And she was explaining to me about the people that followed her to her mother's funeral. I'm telling you, you pull that shit with me, you're gonna have. If I feel threatened, I'm not going to say it any more than this. And I think all my haters know I have a concealed weapons permit. Everybody knows it. You can check with the state of Florida and know that it's legit and it's valid. I have a 9mm gun. I've got other weapons in and around my house. I carry my firearm with me. If I feel threatened for my life, I do go to the gun range. I do practice with my gun, and I am a very good shot. That means even if you're running in a zigzag, you're probably going to get hit by one of my bullets. Just saying. So you don't want to be messing around and making me feel uneasy or threatened for my life. I'm just letting you know that that's not one thing you wanted, and you definitely don't want to have that kind of conduct in the state of Florida. where we are a gun carry state, and promote people to carry guns. We promote it because we know our law enforcement officers will never be able to get to you in time in case of an emergency where something is going to happen a split second. It's just not going to happen. So we promote carrying of firearms. So the only thing is, it's just not a threat. It's just a reality. You got to be careful. Some of the stuff that you guys think is funny can be perceived as somebody being concerned for their safety. And here in the state of Florida, if somebody's concerned with their safety so much so that it causes them to raise a gun, it definitely allows them to pull that trigger as well. And we have plenty of laws to promote that kind of conduct as well. So, just I don't care what people do. They want to clown, they want to be funny on YouTube and stuff like that. Leave it there. Leave it there. You start showing up at my house, I can guarantee it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. It's not going to end the way you think. And one person, I can tell you that, like for me, I've never pointed my gun at another human being before, nor do I ever want to. That is not something anybody ever wants to have to go through or live through. I can tell you that. It would be very emotional for me to ever hurt or harm somebody, even if it's to save my own life. It's not something that anybody wants to do. I can tell you that. But it is a tool to utilize in those rare occasions. But thank God, pray to God. Thank God I've never used it. I've never had to use it, and I've never had to pull it out. And each and every day that I don't ever have to use it except at a gun range is a good day, is a really good day. And we're very pleased with that. Betty's packing. I am packing. I've been packing for a while. The one thing I didn't do is I didn't take my gun to Georgia, and I didn't take my gun out to my Akahatchee Creek Environmental Park. And even if I'm going through multiple states, I've got to check the gun laws, because for example, just throw this out there. Not that this is the case, but just for example. So we're a gun carry state. I have a concealed weapons permit, and say Georgia didn't have those laws, and I'm heading to Tennessee. It might actually be illegal for me to have my gun in my car going through Georgia. Now, granted, that's not the case in Georgia. Georgia is also a gun carry state. They're gun friendly, so it's not that. But that could be the problem. So if I'm doing something and I have to travel through a state that has strict gun laws, I could be arrested for having my gun in my car. So when I leave, I've got to look at all the laws. It's not just packing up and leaving. You got to look at all the laws to make sure that you're complying with each state law that you are traveling through. Because if you get pulled over and you have a gun in your car illegally or not properly stored in accordance with that state law, you can get yourself in trouble. So make sure you guys are always, and that's I know I have a lot of gun carrying people that are in my chat. Always remember that when you're traveling, you need to check those laws in the states that you're going through to make sure you're not committing a crime in those states by carrying your gun through there. And if there is, you may want to reach out to the state and find out what's the best way for you to travel with your weapon so that you're not violating their laws. It's something that you have to do. It's being a responsible gun owner. That's what that process is being a responsible gun owner. And it's just like the wine, we're going to be raffling off a bottle of wine, and I've got to be able to find out, am I allowed to ship this to somebody? Me being a private citizen, can I ship alcohol in the mail? I'm pretty confident I can, because, we get shipped, around Christmas, we get those wine baskets and everything else like that. So I'm pretty sure I can mail a bottle of wine. But if for any reason there is some weird law out there that's preventing me from shipping a bottle of wine from one state to another, then we have Instacart, right? So I'll just order through Instacart, have somebody deliver wine to them, and keep these 2 bottles of wine here. So we will make sure that is. And don't forget, we do have the raffle kicking off on our third-party site. We have it kicking off on Monday. So if you guys would like what we are raising, we're raising money for the channel. And one or 2 lucky winners. It depends on how this raffle goes. If it goes well, we'll pick 2 winners, and the 2 winners can pick either a Bullhorn Betty shirt or a Bullhorn Betty hat from Sonia's store. She knows what she has for Bullhorn Betty more so than I do. But you can pick anything of the Bullhorn Betty line. She'll tell me what the cost is, shipping and everything, and I just make sure she gets the proceeds for that. I'm on both now. Yay, Donna Clark. Yay, that's awesome. Let me go over here and see where we are. We have officially crossed over to our 105 followers. We have 70 viewers on the Kick side. God bless you guys. You guys rock. I gotta tell you, we have some of the best people on the Bullhorn Betty channel, and I'm so appreciative of you guys. You know, you guys keep me going. You know, so you guys know what we go through as creators. Even though we didn't call any of this on ourselves, we did not talk. We don't even know who half these people that hate us are. But you know, it's sad. Like if I were to get in a car wreck tomorrow and get killed, these people would celebrate my death. Literally celebrate my death. Is that sick or what? And I'm just telling you guys, you don't want that juju in your life. You don't want that bad karma. I'm telling you, stay away from these people. They're toxic for the soul. They're toxic for the mind. They really, truly are. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I do appreciate it. So we're already through 1 hour. I've got a lot of stuff to come out, but this whole trying to find a new platform and get things working and moving around and trying to build another platform. And I'm building this platform on Kick because, you know, if it gets too intense on YouTube, the hell with them. They can have YouTube steal my content from another platform. I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you. I will have you guys subpoenaed in a heartbeat. So it's one of those things where I'm getting tired of YouTube. And if Kick's going to protect me a lot better, then we'll move over to Kick, where we can actually be able to do what we want to do without the harassment and nastiness, and we'll kill their channels because they won't have us to talk about anymore. They won't have us to talk about anymore. And if they steal my content, I will have that shit shut down. Because if YouTube at that point doesn't want to do something about it, I'll sue YouTube. If they're not going to follow their own terms of service, I'll sue YouTube. I will incorporate them in to a lawsuit and start forcing them to enforce their own terms of service. So, you know, these smaller channels will end up drying up. They're going to go away. They literally will go away. Because we are their content, we remove their content, they've got nothing to talk about. We can do this. We can go to Patreon. I'm building the website. We can have all of our lives and everything on our own website. And the hell with all these people. They won't even be able to watch it on my website unless they're paying a monthly fee to do so. And if they want to steal my content, then they're paying me for it. So there's going to be we're going down this, and there's going to be ways, and it's not going to be our channels that are going to be suffering. It's all these channels that built their entire platform on hating us. What are you going to do when we're all gone? We'll still be making money. We'll still be successful. We'll still be doing everything we do, and you guys will still all be failures, but now you're going to be failures without a paycheck. Reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. But we are definitely making other leaps and bounds. If YouTube doesn't appreciate the content creators that they have on their platform trying to do a good job, then we'll move. We'll move everything over. And you know what? I always believe once one door closes, there are many doors that open. Yeah, they are taking a bit. And they started pulling our they started reducing what we're compensated on the advertisements. And they're trying to make more for our creativity than we were. And it used to be just the opposite. YouTube is starting to get greedy, and they're starting to make it a miserable place for everybody to be because they fail to enforce their own terms of service. So when all the good creators exit YouTube, what then? It is happening. It is happening. It may take a year or two, but I can tell you that it is happening. And you know what? I will still not get a strike against my channel. I will still not take anything down. I will still be a monetized channel in good standing with YouTube when I exit. It's not going to be because I was pushed out. It's not going to be because I was intimidated out. It's just because if you think you are going to control me, steal my content, make money off me, I will pull that money from you. You know why? Because I have a name and I have the clout. You do not. You do not. You're just another name in the long line of numbers behind me. You're below me. You're below me. And I bet you it kills them for them to hear that. So, reap what you sow. But pretty soon, your content is about to come to a screeching halt because all the good creators have left and you have nothing to restream. And we all know you can't come up with content. We all know that you have no creativity. We all know that you use every penny you got to huff and puff on your drugs and not do a damn thing for a victim or anybody else. You don't even do a damn thing for yourself. You guys look like pigs, slobs, and everything else. You quit caring for yourself. You look at the crap on Queen Bee when they show their faces, you're talking about women that are sitting around unshowered, unbathed. They didn't even wash their underneath, their undercarriage. Can you imagine the stench on that panel? The stench on that panel. Never mind the disgust coming out of their mouth because every one of them have rotten teeth. But hey, they've got the ends on the they've got it in on the research. They know the law. They know how to investigate, but they somehow can't even read YouTube's terms of service. They just keep repeddling the same stuff they heard, not that they read. Much different from me. I read and I comprehend and I base my decisions off what I read, not what I heard. So anyways, guys, I'm done complaining about the same darn stuff. We are, if you guys want to know what we're doing, we're creating a plan B. We're creating a plan B, but if you ever think I'm going to, I'm leaving, I'm not leaving. These animals didn't even give me, that's an embarrassment. You literally have 1,000 people going on YouTube saying what a horrible channel I am, and YouTube no longer believes them. Like they won't even give them any time of day or night. They just do not believe them. They see all the strikes that they've levied on this channel for the year and a half, and they know it's a joke. They don't even ding my channel. Like I don't even get messages. I don't even get messages to explain myself. That's an embarrassment for the hate teams, right? That's an embarrassment. You're not even getting, first of all, you're not getting me knocked off here. You're not stopping me from working. You're not stopping me from protesting. You're not injuring me other than financial and harassment. You're not injuring me. I'm able to still create. The only thing you're doing is sullying my reputation and my brand. That's all you're doing. But that does come with a consequence to it too. And at least one person out here on these streets is learning of that today. Starts with one yesterday, starts with another one today, and then there's going to be more tomorrow. Dolly, I am home. Is Dolly in the house? Did I hear Dolly in the house? Dolly is home. He left a message on Facebook. Yeah, and that nonsense that they're again, I'm not getting into the whole Dolly and Molly thing. I hope that they put their swords down and they realize that at this point where you have all these despicable people on YouTube trying to destroy something we built, maybe we probably need to put down those hatchets and maybe try to work together and figure this out and get our resources together, our financial resources together, and get a legal strategy that's going to have meaningful resolution to. And I really truly believe, and this is the only place I can talk to all of them at. So I really truly believe that that's the strategy we need. We need all hands on deck on our side. This petty squabbling, you both need to say sorry to each other and just kiss and make up and be done with it so we can move forward. We all need to have all hands on deck. And when we got two members of the crew fighting, it's not really working. I'm not even worried about House of Williams. I mean, House of Williams done her own damage. She will end up crashing and burning. People liked her, but now she's let the power and the attention go to her head. She's no longer funny. She's very resentful. She looked a gift horse in its mouth, and hopefully all my subscribers have removed their subscription from her channel. But if they have not, we'll leave that up to them. But she is not anything to do with me. I've lost every ounce of respect for her that I could ever have. And shame on her for what she did. And she's no different than the rest of them. So I guess she found her home and she needs to stay there. But if she ever comes over here again, she's not going to be met with the same gracious heart we met her with the first time. I can tell you that, at least for me. All right, guys, so that's it for the segment here. We're going to keep rolling out. Don't forget, later this afternoon, I am going to kick Kick.com back into gear. We're going to try to do it on StreamYard. If I can get both sides working and get Kick working on StreamYard as well, we'll be good to go, because I have the subscription over on StreamYard, and it really does act the same as Realstream, except Realstream's a little more expensive. But StreamYard's already set up. I can't, I still have to add, they made this change on, we're going to have to end up buying the Windows version computer here soon. It's just, we're going to have to do it, because I love, and we just got our external drive. So I was able to finally clear up all the files on the MacBook Pro. I love the MacBook Pro. I love the MacBook. I love the streaming quality. I love, I know it, but there's just some things that I can't do on this computer, or I can do them, but it takes me so much time to get what I need to get done. It doesn't make sense to do it on this computer. I need my Windows. I've been trying to reset and work with the Dell computer that I have, my 2-in-1 that got broken, smashed by Southwest Airlines. And I thought I had it. I've been running it for the last 2 days. And then right before this live, it crashed again. So I thought I had the crashing stopped on it, but I don't. It just keeps crashing. So, and I have a funny feeling when they changed out the motherboard, I had the computer literally a month. And I should have known right then and there to send that computer back, because I had the computer a month and the motherboard fried. But because it was a brand new computer, it was under warranty, and they sent somebody out here to replace the motherboard. And ever since that new motherboard was put in, I haven't had a good experience on that computer. So I'm starting to believe that it's more the motherboard than it was the computer, that bunk motherboard that they put in. And so for me to get another motherboard for that computer is $600 to $700. So i.e. it's cheaper to buy a brand new computer than it is to repair that. The computer, that was a Dell 2-in-1. I'm done with Dells. I'm the audio, the visual, the speed, and everything. I was really disappointed in that. And then I powered up my other Dell computer, and I realized maybe it was just I didn't realize, or I've been using the MacBook Pro so long that I realized that this has good, visual, it has good audio. I went back to my 2-in-1 and was playing something, and I didn't like the sound of it. So that tells me it's the Dell product all together. So I'm going to be looking at possibly HP or Toshiba products to see if maybe I can get something like that and build a computer that I really like, because I want a 1 terabyte solid state drive, which is very expensive for the laptop. My graphics card has to be top of the line. So there's a lot of stuff that I've got to, install in that. But I think that we're going to find out if I can find the computer that I like, the sound, the audio, the graphics, and all this other stuff. If I find that computer, then we'll be able to use our entire screen feature with audio. And that's what we want. We want that audio on the entire, because I hate if they allowed me to set up several different shared cameras or shared screens on here, I wouldn't have this problem, but they only allow me one. So I'm constantly having to pull it down and put another audio back up, and pull that down and put another audio back up. I've never had to do that before. Before, I had the entire screen. It gave me the option to use the system audio in it, and we were able to listen and see. I didn't have to jump around. All I had to do was move from tab to tab. That was a beautiful thing for me, and I can't do that right now. And that's what's bothering me. But I get on a Windows, I have all those capabilities. I go back to a Mac computer, those capabilities have been removed. And these are the things that are making me really not like Windows product or Mac products, is because they're so bougie. Nobody wants to deal with their complex encryption and stuff like that to do all this. The other companies don't want to do it. And if they do it, they have to pay a shit ton of money to Apple to be able to do it. Like, it's a freaking racket. I don't like Apple products. And my phone, I refuse, because I have an external hard drive, right? And I can download the stuff from my phone onto the external hard drive. Every time I turn my phone on, it tells me I need to upgrade my cloud services. And here, how much, but I exit out of it 5 times a day. And every time I open up my photos, I have to exit out of it again. If I don't want to purchase your cloud service, I should not be annoyed every single day I go into my photos to tell you I don't want your flipping cloud service. I don't want to pay $9.99 a month for 2 terabytes of data. I don't want it. I bought this right here, 2 terabytes of data for $99. And guess what? In 5 years, I'll still have it. With a cloud service, it's $9.99 a month, whether you use it or not. I don't want your garbage. I don't want your add-on, and it won't let me disable it. That is annoying. That is annoying to me. That is not customer service. Disable that crap on my phone. I didn't purchase the phone to be annoyed, slapped to death, to purchase more products from Apple. I didn't spend $1,100 to be annoyed by that. I really just didn't. It's irritating for me. It's irritating for me. And I am not an Apple product fan. I love the quality of the product, but it's annoying as hell. It's annoying as hell. So we need to, unfortunately, we made a terrible mistake buying Apple products. Will this MacBook computer be used? It absolutely will. You know what I'm using this MacBook Pro for? All of my video and video editing. It is beautiful for that. It is beautiful for that. I got a good program on here that I can do beautiful editing. You guys have watched some of the work that we've done on here. I love it. I love it. Happy to use it. This computer will not go to waste. The other option is because this computer is in such great condition, I can resell it for almost the same amount I purchased it for, because I've only had it for a year. So I might just sell this computer and the Apple phone so I can apply that money to my Windows computer and my Samsung phone. I'm not sure. I really do like the quality of the video on the Apple phone. I don't like the fact that I have to buy an app to be able to flip my camera back and forth. I'm so sick of this stuff. I don't like things that nickel and dime me to death. And this nickels and dimes me to death. People that have this Apple stuff, God bless you. Clearly you don't like money. That's all I got to say. Clearly you don't like keeping your money. You don't like saving your money, and you like taking a match to it and burning it. I'm a conservative. I like to, I'd rather have the money in my retirement account as opposed to in my electronics. I mean, call me crazy. Call me crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I can't even put these things up on the screen. Oh, I just got into full screen. I didn't even know I had full screen. Look at that. So this won't even allow me. Why won't it allow me to? Oh, because your comments are already up there in the left-hand side. It's not even allowing me to see the comments on the back side of here like I'm used to. Let me see if Restream. Let me see if that helps. Like it lets me have the chat overlay, but it doesn't have it in the chat box, which is really weird. So I'm not really liking the Restream stuff either. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we have 441 people inside the chat right now. If you guys have not had an opportunity to sub up, please sub up. This was kind of a test run, so to speak. It's my first time on Kick. I just wanted to see how this worked. And I also wanted to check out the new, this Restream program to see if I like the flexibility on it as opposed to StreamYard. And I can tell you that they run almost identical. They run almost about the same. And it's quite, it's definitely better in my opinion. So far we're doing pretty good on our streaming service as far as everything for the Restream and YouTube, which is really good. I still am learning Kick.com. So all the people that are watching me on Kick.com, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you subbing up. We have 124 followers. We already have 78 viewers on here. Again, I don't know how many of you guys have moved over with me from YouTube. or how many of you guys have are just seeing me the first time on Kick. I'm a true crime junkie. I cover true crime. I'm Bullhorn Betty, and we go out to these cases. We're front and center on these cases. I do investigative reporting on some of these cases, and sometimes I'm a gonzo journalist. And if you don't know the differences between your journalism practices, you might want to look into it. So we apply different types of media and journalism when we're doing these cases. So gonzo journalism is primarily more or less what I'm involved in, but when we go to things like Gabby Petito, not only were we gonzo journalists in that respect, we were also investigative journalists because we were investigating that case, but we were a part of that case as well, with i.e., seeing it from our lens and perspective. That's why these people don't understand that we are media. And they think, oh, well, you can't be because you're out there. Well, you don't know the different types of journalisms and creativity of journalism there are out there, and that is all covered under freedom of press. So, it's just being educated. These people don't want to be educated. That's why they dropped out of high school, or decided not to, barely graduate high school and never go to college. But anyways, guys, it is Easter Sunday. We're going to be back today. We're going to have more of an upbeat live later this afternoon, but this is what we have right now. I had a lot more to discuss with you, but I didn't have a chance to bring it up. And again, being on a stream service that I'm not accustomed to is making it very difficult to show you everything I have. But that's okay. When we come back live, we will be live on StreamYard, and we will have all the stuff brought in so we can have a better conversation about the West Boys. Again, last week, no trial for the West. It's going to start on Monday. We're going to try to see if we can get the audio from the one case. It's going to be difficult because if I had two laptops, it'd be the most convenient, but my one laptop will drop and this one will never drop. It never has dropped. It's been a great live computer, but it's going to make it difficult to try to run those two lives because otherwise you're going to hear feedback from one live or the other and whatnot. So I've got to run that on two computers. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I just don't. We may not be able to do it. I'm unsure, but we will definitely try. And that's all that's expected of us at the end of the day, is just to try. So God bless each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And as we're rolling into our Easter Sunday and we're having time to spend with our families, let's not forget what the true meaning of Easter really is about. Be kind to one another. This is the time, a lot of people start giving around the time of Christmas, but this is a special time as well. This is Easter. Doing an act of kindness for a perfect stranger is really a great way to make yourself feel good, because it always feels good to do good. So do an act for a perfect stranger. You're at McDonald's, you're in the drive-thru, you're buying yourself an Egg McMuffin. You see somebody behind you in that rinky-dink car, maybe buy them their cup of coffee. You see a lady that's having a hard time crossing the road, maybe stop and help her across the road. You see somebody struggling at the Publix getting their groceries into their trunk so they can transport them home. Maybe stop and ask if they can use a hand. Try to be better, try to do better, and always try to leave this world better than when you came to it. And that is really what I try to do each and every day. Sometimes I am successful at it, and sometimes I'm a complete failure at it. At the end of the day, it's progress, not perfection. So please be safe and kind to one another. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, I love each and every one of you, and be safe.